All right, welcome to today's Explainer, and wow, do we have a massive AI showdown for you. Today, we're pitting two absolute heavyweights against each other, Claude and Gemini, to see which is truly the best fit for legal professionals. Plus, we're going to uncover some hidden career-ending traps that you absolutely need to avoid. The legal landscape is transforming so incredibly fast right now, and in 2026, the question is no longer whether you should use AI in your practice, but exactly which AI you should be using.
We have a seriously packed agenda today. We'll start with a big legal AI showdown, go head-to-head with Claude and Gemini, dive into some practical workflows you can use right away, hit hard on the ethical dangers, talk about data privacy, and finish up with a jaw-dropping look at AI inside the courtroom of the future. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The Legal AI Showdown, featuring two distinct philosophies. Look, the legal profession is totally past the let's just experiment phase. Now it's about strategy.
And these two models, they're not just competing, they're honestly playing completely different games. Claude, engineered by Anthropic, optimizes for structured, safe depth. It gives you a 200,000 token context window, which is roughly 150,000 words, and strictly defaults to not training on your data. Gemini, on the other hand, is all about massive breadth. Google's model brings a staggering 1 million plus token context window and integrates right into the Google workspace you're probably already using.
Now, Gemini has this literal secret weapon to counter Claude's depth, called Google Search Grounding. See, general AI models only know what they were trained on up to a certain date, but grounding allows Gemini to instantly access real-time web search results while generating its response. That means it can look up post-2024 statutory amendments, track down the absolute latest regulatory updates, and find very recent case decisions straight from the open web.
Moving into Section 2, head-to-head, Claude versus Gemini in a 5-task stress test. So, who actually wins when we put them through the ringer?
Well, when we ran this legal stress test, the results were super revealing. Claude took a commanding lead in drafting and analysis, actually winning 4 out of the 5 categories. But Gemini snagged a critical win in real-time statutory research. It just goes to show, there isn't one single magic tool out there. The smartest lawyers in 2026 are matching the specific model to the specific task.
So why did Claude dominate the drafting tasks? Well, its strict alignment means it honestly writes like a senior associate. When we asked it to draft a California non-compete, it didn't just spit out some generic clause. It recognized the absolute prohibition under California Business and Professions Code Section 16600 and restructured the whole thing to protect trade secrets instead. It calculated precise New York prejudgment interest rates for a demand letter, and critically, when summarizing an appellate decision, it perfectly separated the court's core holding from the non-binding dicta.
But wait, Gemini has its own superpowers. It leverages that massive context window in grounding to find things Claude simply can't. In our test, it successfully tracked down brand new 2025 legislative amendments to Texas mechanics' lien requirements by searching the live web. It can process thousands of pages of a data room in one go. However, and this is a massive warning sign, it requires heavy manual verification. Our sources note that Gemini sometimes creates composite citations, where it blends the facts of one real case with the holding of another. It looks incredibly convincing, but it is completely wrong.
All right, Section 3, practical workflows and prompts for grounding the tech. Let's actually talk about how to use this stuff every day.
Whether you're a seasoned litigator or a young advocate, mastering specific prompts just instantly levels the playing field. Thanks to platforms like Bharat Law AI, we know exactly what works. You can prompt these models to analyze complex high court splits on a single point of law, or draft foundational structures for things like bail applications and special leave petitions. The prompt is basically your steering wheel. If you know how to drive, the AI will get you exactly where you need to go.
And we're seeing this go way beyond general litigation into super niche applications. For example, methodologies from TaxScan show finance professionals using AI to navigate India's faceless income tax assessments. They're using it to generate rapid responses to complex tax notices and summarize massive tax positions that would normally take days of manual accounting review.
To bring it all together, check out this brilliant step-by-step workflow from advocate Nishant Baryahok. He uses Claude as a senior drafting assistant. He starts by prompting for a core structure, like an Article 226 writ petition. Then, he just chats with the AI to inject hyper-specific localized facts, like naming a specific police station. The AI updates the draft instantly. From there, he has it generate lengthy written submissions, and finally, distills all of that into a one-page cheat sheet for oral arguments at the podium. It's an incredible end-to-end workflow.
Section 4. The ethics and hallucination trap, the chilling reality. Okay, I really need you to focus for this part, because these traps are quite literally destroying legal careers right now.
Just look at the Bombay High Court's ruling in the Deepak case. It makes this chilling reality painfully clear. Submitting unverified AI-hallucinated case law will absolutely get you sanctioned. The judge stated explicitly that the responsibility to verify authorities lies entirely on you, the advocate, not the software you choose to use.
And this is a global issue. We all remember the infamous Mata versus Avianca case in New York, where a lawyer submitted totally fake cases invented by ChatGPT, right? New Bar Council rules are emphasizing competence for a reason. The global standard is clear. AI is a starting point, but you must independently read the actual cases it cites. Remember, general AI tools are not proprietary legal databases. They will confidently invent a fake citation just to please you.
So how do you protect your license?
Advocate Siddharth Gupta recommends this exact safety protocol. Step 1, brainstorm with the AI to generate hypotheses. Step 2, manually verify every single claim on primary databases like Manupatra or SCC Online. Step 3, write the core legal argument yourself. Step 4, feed it back to the AI for proofreading and formatting. This workflow ensures the AI never sneaks hallucinated authority into your final filing.
Moving to Section 5, confidentiality and data privacy, the hidden breach. This is the invisible trap, instantly destroying attorney-client privilege just by pasting text into a chat box.
If you are dumping confidential info into a consumer-grade free AI tool, you are likely violating professional ethics, like the Indian Evidence Act and Bar Council Rule 17. Why? Because free tools feed your client's sensitive data right back into their training infrastructure. If you're doing client work, you absolutely must heavily anonymize your data, or better yet, use isolated enterprise models like Claude for Work. They have opt-out, zero retention policies that actually protect your legal privilege.
And finally, Section 6, AI inside the courtroom. The future is here. Because this tech isn't just sitting on your desk anymore, it's radically altering the courtroom itself.
In an absolutely unprecedented 2025 Arizona sentencing, AI was actually used to digitally recreate a deceased murder victim, 37-year-old Chris Pelkey. The technology allowed a digital version of him to deliver his own heart-wrenching impact statement directly to the man who shot him. Just think about that for a second.
Now, this was legally permissible because it occurred during sentencing, with only a judge present, not a jury. The digital recreation was synthesized using old voice recordings, videos, and photos from the family. And while Judge Todd Lang praised the tech for its emotional impact, legal scholars like Judge Paul W. Grimm are raising massive red flags. They're predicting courts will soon demand advance notice for this kind of AI presentation to prevent it from unfairly swaying judicial outcomes through pure emotional manipulation.
So we've seen how Claude and Gemini are turning lawyers into super drafters, and we've talked about navigating those terrifying ethical tightropes. But as AI evolves from a simple drafting assistant into a digital entity capable of literally speaking from the grave, we have to ask, how will this change the very fabric of our justice system? Are we truly prepared for the courtroom of tomorrow? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you.